Who's going to do it in Moto 2? Called the Whole Shot. Heading into the corner. Round it we go. Tell you what, Fletcher all the way. That's the 95. They smoked it out of there. Oh, no, in fact, 88. Oh, that's better. Oh, Wills. Oh, he had a shocker moto number 1. Yes, that is better. Oh, bolted out of the blocks. How good is that? Oh, you champion. Man, oh man, matched at that time. Well, I was already about to write down that it was a 95, but I tell you what, smashing it, absolutely smashing it out of the park that time for our MX3 lineup here today. Loving every bit of that. Will McCready, go the fielding flyer out there on the Robertson Motor Group, AFC Motorcycles, Moorfield Farming, Iron Force Trailers, Castrol Oils, End Up Design, NZR Real Estate with CSL Race Engines and PTS Logistics. Proud to be sponsoring New Zealand Super Stocks, Miami Speedway next weekend, and of course the remaining rounds of the New Zealand Superbike Road Race Championships, which Mitch Reeves will be competing in starting again next weekend after the New Year break. We've already had 2 rounds of PDS Logistics Superbikes at Taupo and Manfield, still to go. Ruapuna near Christchurch, Levels near Levin, Teretonga at Invercargill, and the final at Hampton Downs north of Hamilton. So here we are lining it up for some big ones here with PDS, and Will getting the start there. I think that's him still back there in second place. Might have conceded one, but he is hanging on. So good work here in our MX3 lineup with Tony Reeves Motorcycles and Will's Orr. He's just got a bit of competition. They're all pushing him hard on his right shoulder, but he's holding on to it at the moment for that second place. It's the Kawasaki out in front. Here we got this time. That is not Fletcher either. So Fletcher Saunders, some work to do. He's further back in the pack at the moment. Who have we got? We're going to update shortly. And there it goes, 274. Out there and flying at the moment, Luke Macbeth out there with Will McCready. Go to Jordan Moore. Fletcher Saunders back in 4th place, followed by Jacob Penny. Go to Mitchell Gleeson. Look out for Decent Cox in there as well. So the 88, how good was that? What a whole shot. I tell you what, smoked it, absolutely smoked it. The others didn't even know which way he'd gone. So an absolutely trailblazing whole shot on that one. If you're going to get somebody to get a whole shot, you know, to get a good one, and when I say a good one like that, he was probably a good bike and a half length in front. That was amazing. To think that the guy had absolute dog tucker in moto number 1, he had lost it big time. He was further back than anybody that I'd seen in any one of the races today. So I'm not quite sure where he ended up in that last race, but I tell you what, it's all eyes on him this time. That's one thing about getting a whole shot. We're now all of a sudden going to say, well, there you go, Will, you got the start, you can carry on and do it. Go Will McCready out of Mighty Manawa 2. Showing us all about how to ride MX3 here today in that Tony Reeves sponsored class. He's out there on the SX 300 two-stroke. He's he's a strong rider, and powering his way through there on that Robinson Motor Group supported AFC Motorcycles KTM. So here we go, looking for the run down the straight, but still here with Luke Macbeth at the moment on that 274 out of Havelock North on that Kawasaki KX250. Good on you, Luke. Nice to see. Man, oh man, I tell you what, Luke, I don't even think he was in the top 5 last time. He got second place, then he got clear of Will, and then he's put all the pressure on. So we're going to be keen to see where they can line up. Have we got Fletcher out there at the moment? Have we got Fletcher? Keen just to have a look. I'm not quite sure where we are on that. We're about to find out. Is it Fletcher? Is it still Will? But certainly know that it's Luke that we've got here at the moment. It is Fletcher. So the winner of the last moto, there he goes. Yes, 95, Fletcher Saunders. Oh, Will back in here at the moment. I think he's back to about 5th place. So we've got the Yamaha to move up. That'll be Mitchell in there. We're going back to 116, and there he goes, the 882. So, or 88 as we've got him in our program. Will McCready. So Will out there on 88. To go past, he's back into 5th place at the moment. So it's Fletcher Saunders, Mitchell Gleeson, Jordan Moore, Will McCready in 5th. Go to Deacon Cox, followed by Jacob Penny. They will be the update of your Tony Reeves Motorcycles MX3 field now. Oh man, if we could, what about these numbers? Can these numbers be at Rotorua? Can they go into Balclutha? What about an opportunity to race at those other rounds? Of course, coming up Pukekohe, the famous Harrisville circuit, and of course are going to Taranaki in April for the mighty Mach 1 Yamaha Barrett Road Motocross Park for the final round just after Easter weekend this year. More deets and details at mnz.co.nz and finding out about our Yamaha sponsored New Zealand Senior Motocross Nationals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the freight train run going on there for the big bike fight out there at the moment. I'll tell you what, the Kawasaki's gone for it. Where's Luke at the moment? Luke, and I'm looking out. I think it might have been a change. In fact, there has. I think it's Fletcher Saunders all the way. Fletcher's moved up, put all the pressure on to Luke. So it's Fletcher's gone to the front. He's gone 4, he's gone 3, he's gone 2. He's now number 1 and pulls away there. So it is Fletcher Saunders at Paunders, putting in a mighty moto back here at the moment. The man from Rotorua, Fletcher Saunders in the front, pushed hard by Luke Macbeth, running for that second place, looking for the Yamaha. Coming up here, who's the next one going to be? I think it should be the bright top there of the 33. Got the whole shot last time of Mitchell Gleeson out of Te Araha on the YZF 450. Choose your weapon in MX3 racing. Can be on a 125, a 250, 300, 350, 450. We don't mind at all. Any bike, any kind of racing. Here we go, first and second. Fletcher and Luke looking back here to Mitchell, running in at third place on the Yamaha. Fourth to go for it. Now will be the 16 of Jordan Moore out of fielding on that 16 graphic co-supported CRF 250. Go Jordan, good work from him. Jordan Moore, popular young man with his 16 graphic, and there he is out to push his business in his presentation of a bike to good avail at the moment. Chased along by Deacon Cox with Will McCready driving back to 6th place, going to Liam Cowling with Jacan Hall and Jacob Pennin in, along with Mitch Brady as well. So Mitch has moved up. So Mitch Brady, another one that we can take on. So good on you, Mitch. Good bit of riding. So, wow. How many others we're going to see? I see also we got Luke Macbeth that we had there. We've also got Elijah Macbeth out of Havelock North. So not quite sure what we had with Luke, but there we are, 274. And Elijah, presume it might be his brother, is it? So Elijah Macbeth in on 458 on the KTM 150. Well, I talked before about a lineup of bikes, didn't talk about a 150, did I? I went 125, 250. What about the 150? Yes, indeed. A quality little bike, lightweight two-stroke course, which makes them more comparable to 250Fs. And I'd suggest in conditions like this today, wouldn't be too bad. Is there a bit of dust on the jump face over by Power Farming Jump? I'm sure I saw some dust rise over there. Hey, come on. Where would that come from? Well, I'll tell you where it come from. It's right on the face of the jump. It's super steep, so the water's literally run off. That hasn't penetrated the same. I'll tell you what, in the last 30 hours, man, oh man, I'll tell you what, more rain than we've had in a long time here in the Eastern Bay, but it might have dampened the spirits, but it didn't dampen the efforts of the track team, who just came back to make it bigger, brighter and better than ever before. All right, here we go, race lead 95 with Fletcher Saunders taking the lead in the Tony Rees sponsored race at the moment, home with lawn care, at home with anything Honda Power, including your quality motorcycles for road, for trail, for the farm, for the beach, you name it, you can get on it for adventure as well. Love the adventure bikes, the Africa Twins, aren't they absolutely beautiful? Love the rally lineup. For me being an SA, certainly love the little 250 and even the better 300. That would be my bike of choice out of Honda. If I was asked to pick a bike that is suited to me, loving the adventure and the off-road riding, but the smaller 300 for a lesser stature person like myself. So check it out, a quality bike from Honda. All right, Tony Rees Motorcycles proud to be punting this event along as well. The midfield run of so many of these riders, all trying, all want to be amongst it. Fletcher, Luke, Mitchell, Deacon, Jordan, Jacan and Will R2. So it's still Will McCready still holding on out there at the moment. So Will McCready got the whole shot, the fielding man, and that Robinson Motor Group for AFC, Moorfield Farming, Iron Force Custom Trailers, Castrol Oils, NW Graphics, NZR Real Estate with CSL Race Engines and PDS Logistics, quality team behind a quality rider, the KTM 300 SX Star. So had the opportunity to do a 250 or a 300 and opted to go for the 300 because of course there is no limit. You're still an MX1 whichever way you look at it, so I'll take the extra 50cc and what a smooth and operable bike indeed they are. Look at that for 6 riders just coming in here off the Tony Rees Motorcycles finish line, and you know, they've got their own race going on. It's like me when I raced. I often didn't know who'd won the race, but you knew who you were racing around. You always wanted to do better than that guy or gal who you were amongst. So at the end of the race, you think, well, where have I finished? Oh, I was 21st place, but hey, I beat my mate in 22nd. So there we go. All right, 95 race leader Fletcher Saunders, proving it was no one race wonder in his performance in the earlier race today. So he's putting together now for another big one as we look out to second, and there's Luke to go for it now. Luke Macbeth, and here Now, changes. There's 288 on board for Deacon Cox. Good on you, Deacon, moving in front of Mitchell Gleeson. There we are with the 25 to get up as well. And now looking another Kawasaki to go past, and looking out for our mate Will. He's starting to falter a little bit. There he goes, 88 to go for it. Good on you, Will McCready. Where is he in those results at the moment? Will McCready back there at this stage. We'll get a better update next time. Will McCready, and 2, 4, 6, 7th place at the moment. 95, Fletcher Saunders, followed by Luke Macbeth, followed by Deacon Cox, followed by Mitchell Gleeson, followed by 16 in there, Jordan Moore at the moment. 586 as well for Jacan Horn, squeezing now in front of the 88 of Will McCready, going back to 55. And the other 55, and that's not Graham Cowling. And then looking out to 24 out here for Josh. I think, Josh Waller. Good work from young Josh out there at the moment on the Flying W race suspension supported bike. Now, Josh, one of our little favourites from mini motocross from a decade or so ago, and it's great to see the way he's growing up in the sport and still loves getting out there for a good bit of MX3 racing. So good on you, Josh, keeping up with the big guys of this sport at the moment. MX3 on the Tony Rees Motorcycles class. 1, 2, 3, 707 to watch out there at the moment is Ethan Milson out of T Pookie on the Nano Orchards? Nanook Orchards Youth Encounter supported bike. So another Youth Encounter supported ride today. Ethan Milsom. So good on you, Ethan. Here we are, white flag all the way for Fletcher. 1 lap to go for the Star as we're looking out for the others. Here we are with a bit of a battle lined up. Look at this. Oh yeah, Luke Macbeth pushing hard all the way for the 288. Could be a change coming up here. We'll look out with interest. Deacon Cox putting that pressure on. So good work from Deacon out of New Plymouth on that Husqvarna 250. Deacon Cox, want to get an eye on that margin between those two. I'm going to predict a change between those two in the final lap. This is the final lap now, so look out for Deacon Cox. I think he's going to he looks to be stronger. Some of those other boys have faded a little bit. So Luke and Deacon separated by 0.447, less than half a second. So it's all on here at the moment. So Deacon Cox on attack. Can he get there over Luke McGrath, who has been with his nose in front at one stage until Fletcher was able to get there. So 3 different race leaders we've had in the moto, all starting out with the Will McCready superstar whole shot performance. His shout for that kind of a ride. So well done to Will. So Will McCready ready to pick up the race pace and try and come with him. Is he still going to be in those top positions? Just seeing where he is at the moment. That's 2, 4, 6, still 7th place. So it is Fletcher Saunders along with Luke Macbeth, Deacon Cox, Mitch Gleeson, and there along with Jordan Moore as we go to the 586 now of Jacan Horn. Go to Will McCready along with 55. Graham Cowling and Nico Verend has worked his way up into that group along with the 708 of Jack Warren out of Whakamaramara on the Suzuki RMZ 250. Well, speaking of Suzuki and the Suzuki International Road Race Series just completed through December with their rounds at Taupo Manfield, and of course finishing just on Tuesday at Boxing Day at the legendary Cemetery Circuit, and a great run for Suzuki with our 2 super motard heroes in Richie Dibbon and visiting Englishman Davey Todd, who's with us here today, and also joined by the local Wanganui man, and that gave us a big 3-way Suzuki finish out there. Checkered flag, here we go. Oh, there, no, I was wrong. Still a bike length in it. How good. Wow, there we go. So it is still our race with 95. Fletcher Saunders go to Luke Macbeth ahead of Deacon Cox from then Mitchell Gleeson. Looking out to Jordan Moore. Good on you, Jordan, on the 16 graphic bike.